crack of dawn, I'm sneaking through to Kofo, a small village at the northern border of the map, hoping to find any hint of my buddies. But I heard the whole night the storm and the rain outside of my little powerhouse while I tried to catch some sleep. And it might be they got cold, frozen and died. Or they possibly met a horde, or something different appeared. But however, still I'm hoping. And so I'm looting the little farmhouses here in Loot Zone 1, which unfortunately don't spit out too much good loot. But I can use the opportunity to show you that you can combine things by simply taking them to your hand. So for example, 6 stripes and 6 stripes will build a rope if you combine them. And I'm going to combine now my stripes to save some space in my inventory. So I take one pack to my hand, then I choose the second pack, I press the circle button and they get combined. The remaining racks of course still stay in my inventory. So I now have one pack with 6 racks and one pack with the remaining racks. So you can generally combine a lot of the things in DayZ, and I recommend you to test a lot around to just see what you can do. So now I'm changing the equipment, in that case a helmet. So I'm using my old helmet, I'm pressing the square button to drop my old helmet on the floor by choosing it. And then I take the new helmet with the triangle button and put it in the inventory, so I wear it. But as long as Chernaruss still has a water pump, I don't need to fear too much. Even the others partly block my way, so I need to sneak around a bit. So that, for example, is a pot, which is very useful as you can pump water into it, and you can store a lot of water. So it's a very good equipment to take with you if you travel, and to fill with water. So you saw the blue label at the top showing it's completely filled. So I sneaked outside of Chernaruss through the small farmhouses, still hoping to find some useful loot and waiting for any hint of my buddies. So I stayed by far too long. But this game is much simpler if you play it with some partners, as you can help each other and it just simplifies the things a lot. So I continued looting and just found useless things like that car battery here. I don't have a car yet, so what shall I do with it now? Would just fill my backpack and moved on around the farmhouses. What's that? Another player! So what I'm trying to do here is I try to stay in movement, so I'm not such an easy target, and I hide behind that wall. But he's coming back. So I will not stand here waiting he's shooting at me. But I then decided to move back, because a player with a gun and his shots attract several of the others, so that would be too much for me and just my melee weapon. So I turned back, but of course one of the others followed me. So after that's done, I decided to move on. And I found the only remaining thing be next to the plum and the drink I had when the water spilled me out at the coast was my pager, and it dictated me back to the coast and to the south to a location called Lumber Mill to meet some friends, hopefully friends. So I made myself on the way back to the coast, hoping not to meet too many players, as this goes directly through all the player spawn areas. And so when I needed a drink, I stopped at a tree and stood possibly as close as possible by, so I'm not so good to be seen from a distance while I stand still. And then I drank the freshly taken water from Chernaruss. sun soon arrived at the coast, and from there I will need to go to the south to get near to the area where my friends will hopefully wait. So back at the coast I even found a gun, but whatever I tried, there's no way you could pick up that gun. It's like it's not existing. Not in the surrounding menu, nowhere. And these are the little bugs that still show up. So without that gun I moved on, and you see already the funnel of the lumber mill with the red, white markings. So not long, and I hopefully will meet my friends. Full of hope I sneaked on, and ignored the others who were standing around everywhere here. And there, soon after, indeed, someone called me. Yes, allies. So after a short hello, we decided to move on the same night to search for a hospital or clinic, because we all had the stomach infection and we wanted to get some medicine to cure it. But so far it didn't harm me really much, as you see. However, we tried to go on to the north, as there should be a small doctor's house, and so we needed to navigate through the night, which was very difficult actually, and so we didn't make it to the doctor. We just missed it and ended up already at the northern corner of the map, not too far from where I started a while ago, and my friendly allies just equipped me with good stuff, a gun and a helmet. But so far we still just had only one working gun, which one of the other buddies was carrying around. Now as 3 people you can show up different than alone, because alone the number that you represent is already some kind of protection, if you want. So far in the north, near to that small country village where it stayed too long for my decision, we ended up at the coast again. And so I found a backpack, and I thought I'd use the opportunity again to show you. You just change the backpack by putting your backpack to the ground with a square button, and then you equip the new backpack with a triangle button, and then you can move all your kit over to the new backpack. That's actually the easiest and fastest way to change a backpack. So that's what I do here. Get my equipment back to the new backpack I just have found. And so we looted a little bit longer, but then we decided to turn to the west to get some real loot, military loot, some weapons, which will ensure we just don't look dangerous, like currently with just one working weapon, but we would be dangerous then. So we followed the roads to the west. And those roads are good to navigate, because you can find them on the maps, and you can follow those roads, so they will lead you to the direction that you have chosen. But of course, traveling on a road means you can be seen from far distance, and it's not that good covered as traveling through the woods. So you orientate with the shields that you find, and the question always is, how do others react on me? How do they realize me? So am I good visible, like me, wearing a blue backpack and a blue helmet, which you can of course see from a far distance? Do I look dangerous? Do I carry weapons? Because a player obviously doesn't see if my weapon is loaded or not, you just see I have a weapon. And then loot might create attraction. Someone might want to conquer that backpack that I wear for his own purposes, or he might think I'm not armed and therefore try to attack. So it's actually always a question, what do I wear and how do others realize me, and does that create an opportunity? So wherever I came, my allies had sorted the problem already. They're really good allies, so it was great having them with me. So we continued to move to the west, and luckily there's another option to navigate through Chernaruss in DayZ, which is a compass, and if you found it, then you can just equip it by taking it to your hands, and then you open it, you go to the eagle perspective and you open it, and then you can navigate the direction by defining where you need to move on next. And so we decided to go to the airfield, and soon later arrived there. Unfortunately, I had a little problem. Several of the others attacked me, and I obviously would have died here if my allies would not have sorted that issue and therefore saved my life. So after that I needed a bandage. And we then decided to move on to the west, to go to a military loot place at a military camp. Checked once more the direction, and then we started. Unfortunately, the weather became bad, and so it started to rain, and the night was coming up as well. So we ran for a while, and the rain became heavier, and we became wetter. But if we would make our way through to that military loot spot, we surely would find some new clothes that we just could change to be dry again, or find another way to get us dry. So we continued to move on. As you see now with the lamp, we're good to be seen from others, but it's raining like hell here, and we moved on. So really we made it to a military loot place, and we found some real weapons. Weapons which just doesn't let us look dangerous, which really make us dangerous. And so equipped, we achieved our second goal, and would be ready now to think about building a base to expand our chances to survive out here in the apocalypse. So for me it was now slowly the time to log off and get another nap. So I decided to search for a nice place to rest and stay the night. So where I could safely log on the next morning. However, my buddies decided to move on a little bit, and so I hope I see you and Sam soon here again. So that's the end of day 2, and I hope you got something out of that bit, which helps you for your gameplay.